want to say that I thoroughly enjoyed our crowd support tonight. Looked like it really piggybacked well off of flight night in regards to the attendance, the energy that was in the crowd. I think it was great for us to show kind of a, as I like to call it, a new team, a new beginning, and a new journey starting tonight. A couple of things I want to address. I think the first and most important thing was the fact the way we rebounded the ball in the second half, especially when they out-rebounded us by 4 in the first half. I thought our defensive intensity in the second half picked up, especially between the 16-minute mark all the way down until the kid shot the bank shot off the glass. I had a goal for them to score 42. They scored 43. I think for a lot of people who probably been wondering about this team, I think you got a chance to see a blend of the veterans, you know, with the young guys. Our young guys are going to play, and they're going to learn trial by fire. And everybody wasn't perfect tonight, but once again, I say if you play with energy, effort, and enthusiasm, I think you always have an opportunity to win. And I think you saw that pretty much more the second half than you did the first half. I think the first half was getting some butterflies out of their stomachs a little bit. So moving forward, I think our defensive intensity's got to pick up from the beginning of the game. Can't start slow and then think we're going to ease our way in versus our opponents. We're going to have to get better with that, and we'll address that tomorrow. I do like the fact that we have 14 steals. We caused them to have 24 turnovers. I do not like the fact that we shot 5 for 22 from three-point range. That's something that we'll also address tomorrow as well. Questions?
All right. Yonel Brown played a heck of a game. Did he meet expectations or exceed expectations? Because I know, hearing quotes about him from you, you have high expectations for him.
You know what? I'm going to piggyback off of what he said earlier. I'm not going to base it off one game. One of the things I want him to do is get us into offense better, be more vocal, get the team together. He's going to have an opportunity in a variety of different ways to really help us in regards to giving us another threat on the perimeter, because a lot of people are going to key in on Delbert, a lot of people are going to key in on Markeith, so he's got to be ready to step in and knock down shots. He made 4 of our 5 threes tonight. So outside of him, everybody else was 1 for 15. So, you know, once again, we will address that tomorrow. I got to make sure that we're ready to shoot the ball. Shot preparation to me is very important, and that was one of the things that he was trying to, you know, discuss. I always talk about your hands ready to shoot, and I think we've done a much better job of breaking down offensively and making sure we get more shots up in practice.
Coach, I think the biggest difference what I saw tonight was offensive and defensive spacing. Can you talk about what you did in the offseason to prepare for that?
Well, I think one of the things, I went back and looked at what we were doing last year. We ran a lot of sets, and I think with this team, especially with the young guys, we got some guys that can do multiple things, and kind of, you know, with kind of 4-round-1, you get to play to their versatility to a certain degree. But we also have to do a better job of getting the ball inside and, you know, playing inside out. You know, I thought Andrew Osman, for the most part, was pretty effective down there. Chris Drees came in, just, you know, did exactly what a walk-on's supposed to do. You know, took advantage of the opportunity. And believe it or not, he's been doing that in practice as well. So I'm looking forward to watching him progress and to watch our entire team progress. But from a defensive standpoint, we've got to get much better. We were getting driven, you know, off the ball way too easily tonight.
What adjustments do you think you'll have to make for the Tennessee game to really take it to them?
Physicality, I think, is going to be an important key. Understanding good versus great shot, especially our younger guys, understanding that. I think another thing that really sticks out to me is having them mentally prepared to go in and play as hard as they can possibly play. And what I mean by that is, hey, you play yourself to exhaustion, put your fist up, I'll get you out. Because once again, I think another thing that you were able to see was our depth, bench-wise. So it's not like I'm looking at 7 deep like I was the year before. Moving forward, we got better depth, so I can put some different guys in there, and they can be effective in different stretches.
And you've touched on your freshmen, and we've seen in the A-Sun, freshmen can win, as we saw at USC Upstate. Kind of where do our freshmen held in comparison to what they kind of had last year?
I think it's too early to tell. I think with a Jordan Montgomery, which is kind of always some fiery, I think he may have been overly aggressive with a couple of his fouls early on, when he kind of settled in a little bit. What you saw with Yonel Brown is, everything that I've thought about him from the day that we started recruiting him. And, he plays a mature game of basketball. So, and our guys have rallied around him from day one. With Nigel Pruitt and Cole Hobbs, they struggled a little bit tonight, but, they're going to be fine. And, Miles Hamilton is to be determined. But with all that being said, I think we have a good blend of veterans to go with our freshmen. And there's going to be, at some point, I'm going to stop calling them freshmen sooner as opposed to later. And I'm just going to call them first-year players. Because, once again, their trial's going to be due fire, and they're going to play this year.
I'm good. You very much touched up on everything.
Why don't you just talk about the progress the team's made from this first day of practice to tonight?
We've made some small strides here and there. I think one of the things, I thought our defensive rotations were much better than they have been in the past. Tonight, we were able to get our hands on some balls. I can't wait till we look at the hustle chart tomorrow and see what we were able to do. I like the fact that we got up 68 shots. We were able to knock down 33 of them. But once again, I'm going to go back to this 5 for 22 is something that we're going to address, and we'll look and break down and dissect every one of those shots moving forward.
One of the things I noticed last year was your free throw percentage, and you guys shot the ball better tonight from the free throw line. Just touch on the team's ability to shoot free throws.
Well, I've kind of been putting a couple free throw games together to where if they miss free throws, they got to run. So it's amazing what happens when you got to start running anywhere from 22 seconds to 33 seconds to 44 seconds. Eventually you start to focus in and knock down free throws. So I think that's translated, but it's also been something that we focused on as a team. I would like for us to shoot more than 15 free throws, though. I would like for us to get up in that 22 to 25 per game range.
I think we came out and played well as a team, and I know a lot of people was wondering how we was going to play as a team, but I think we did pretty good, and we did okay on defense. We didn't do our best, and everybody just came, whoever got in, they just came in and played hard, even if they made mistakes. Coach really don't care about making mistakes, he wants you to play hard. So.
Yonel, why don't you talk about your opening comments? It's your first collegiate game. Why don't you just talk about being on the floor, what the experience was like, and what you got out of the game?
Well, first of all, I want to say the pace was way different from high school. I came out with a few nerves, but once we tipped off, I was straight. I felt comfortable. Just kind of wanted to contribute in a few different ways. Try to take a couple charges, get a couple steals. Just try to do the little things to try to give us some energy or give us some extra push. So that's what I got out of the game tonight.
Any questions?
For Markeith, as a senior and in your second year as a captain, do you think there's any more pressure or responsibility added to you to perform better?
Not at all. I can't do it all by myself, so I got to rely on my team to help me out. So.
You had a really good performance tonight, had a few good dunks as well. What were some of the things that you did to put yourself in position for those shots?
Just ran the floor, really, and just got open. Because I know my teammates be looking for me all the time, and when I get the ball, I look for them too, so it's kind of like a 50-50 thing. We just help each other out. So.
This one's for Markeith again. What do you think the biggest difference is from the team last year to this year in terms of playing style or anything?
Just team chemistry. Like everybody just love each other on this team, and it shows on the court. So.
This question is for Yonel. You came from a local school. What does it mean to you to be able to play, I'm sure, in front of your family and friends every night?
Actually, it feels good. It gives me an extra boost. I I actually had a lot of people here. I'm back home tonight, a couple of assistant coaches and just teammates that I played with last year. So it kind of helps me. It gives me a boost because it shows that they're supporting me.
And you were hitting threes out there like crazy. Did you work on that a lot in the off season? What did you mostly prepare for to transition to the college game?
Yeah, I did. I got a lot of shots up in the off season, and even during the season, we coach focuses on the guards kind of getting a lot of reps, just placement on your hands and all that stuff. Like we just work on the little things to help our shot improve.
Is there anything you can take from tonight to make yourself better for the next game?
Tonight, well, tonight I can just know that we can't base our season on tonight. We know that we're gonna face better opponents, so we just have to continue to get better in practice and just push each other every day.
Well, both of you just give your thoughts looking ahead to the season opener next Friday at Tennessee.
Thoughts on Tennessee? We're gonna watch a lot of film on them, and we're just gonna come out and play hard. Give energy and effort. As coach always said it every day: energy and effort. So we're gonna go back and work on a little bit of defense too.
Yeah, I agree with Markeith. We just come out with energy. Everybody's gonna be excited. We're playing in a big arena, have a couple fans there, so I think if we just come out and hold teams to a low field goal percentage like we did tonight, we're in good shape.